Hey, it's Nate Bear with goHUNT here, and just wanted to run through what you need to know for Kansas. A couple important things about Kansas is your application deadlines come at the end of April. This year it's the April 28th. Some key points about that are it is an upfront state, so you upfront your license fees and your tag fees up front. If you're unsuccessful in the draw, you get your refund back minus your license and application fees. Draw results typically come out mid-May. Good thing about Kansas is they are on a true preference system, meaning the more points you have, they start at the top and work their way down. The most points have priority. The one odd caveat to Kansas, for those that are unfamiliar, is you are applying for the whitetail tag. And when you draw the whitetail tag, you then have a chance to pretty much get a mule deer stamp. It works. That is a true random stamp. We'll get into that here in a second. But when you apply straight for a white-tailed deer tag. If you are successful in that draw and you wish to purchase a mule deer stamp, you then apply for a mule deer stamp, and that is a completely separate and random draw. So at the end of the day, you have your white-tailed deer tag. You may or may not get your random mule deer tag. So when applying for Kansas, you have 4 choices on your application, and you can list those in whichever order you'd like to. They'll start at your first choice, but they do consider all 4 before they move on to the next application. You'll actually see that reflected in this year's draw odds on your insider account when you're checking out units to apply for this year. You can apply as a party in Kansas. They allow up to 5 members in your party, and just like Colorado, they only accept the lowest point value for the group. So there is no average of points. If you've got one person that applies with 5 points and another guy applies with 1, and you guys are in the same group, you just now entered the group with 1 point. So be cautious if you're going to do that. So for residents, they have a whitetail only over-the-counter tag. They have a resident draw tag for any deer, that's whitetail or mule deer. But if you want specifically whitetail, they do have an over-the-counter whitetail tag for residents. Non-residents are only applying for the archery and muzzleloader seasons. No rifle permits are given to non-residents. There is a non-resident archery antelope over-the-counter license as well. As far as turning your tags back, there is no turn back on tags. Once you draw, there is no refunds, none of that stuff. The only caveat to that is if there's an extreme case or an excuse, death in the family or severe illness, stuff like that. Other than that, it's kind of once you have the tag, it's yours. One thing to pay attention to with Kansas is it's obviously primarily a private land state. There is some public land in Kansas. A good mapping platform is going to be key. So if you aren't already, Insider gives you access to maps, or if you just want maps only, Explorer membership gets you what you need. Make sure to take your time and research the areas that you want to apply for, the units that you want to apply for, look at access. I'd look at all that ahead of time before diving into the actual application. And if you want more in-depth knowledge and you want to dig deeper into any of this stuff, be sure to check out the application strategy that we're putting out on Kansas. That'll be coming soon. A couple key points to remember is application deadline's coming at the end of April, April 28th. So make sure you do your research before you apply. Remember that you're applying for the whitetail tag. Mule deer is in a separate draw after successful. Draw results come out mid-May. If you got any other questions or comments on Kansas, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. Also, we got a promo code right now. It's DO50, so use DO50 when you sign up for Insider. Get you 50 points in the goHUNT gear shop. Thanks for watching.